Giving your hair a little self trim in between professional cuts can help you maintain your style for longer. I'm not talking about chopping off big chunks or reshaping, that's a job for a hairdresser. But it's safe to trim your own hair about a fraction of an inch, cutting half a curl or at most a full curl, and getting rid of those frayed split ends. Half an inch feels almost like a mile to curly girls. A small snip can go a long way, allowing the hair to breathe in more oxygen and moisture, which makes a difference you can definitely see. Every curly girl's hair has a mind of its own, and it must be cut with care and caution. Each strand will react, contract, and expand differently once it's cut. That's why it's critical to cut the hair dry. After all, we wear our hair dry, not wet. To trim your own hair, you need a pair of quality hair scissors, a large mirror, as well as a hand mirror, big enough to see the back of your head. You'll also need good lighting, a neutral background, so you can see the silhouette and shape of your hair.
Make sure your curls are fully dried. Sway your head back and forth to allow the curls to naturally position themselves. Look carefully at your hair's overall shape. Before you cut, make sure you understand the natural tendency of your curls and their spring factor. To trim the sides of your hair, part the hair in the back and bring it forward from both sides and placing it in front of your shoulders as though you were preparing to make pigtails. Look carefully at the ends and plan where you want to trim. Take your first defined curl unit between your thumb, index and middle fingers, right above where you want to cut. Snip the end of the curl unit with the tip of the scissor blades. Don't open the blades too wide or you might chop off too much. And don't hold the scissors at an angle, this will further fray the ends of your hair. Continue to do the same on each curl unit, trimming off equal amounts of hair. Next, trim the hair on the other side of the head in the same manner. Shake your curls and examine your hair. Note any stray hairs or uneven locks and give those a snip. To trim the canopy, look in the mirror and imagine an invisible clock behind your head. Hold it up as far as its length and place your thumb, index and middle fingers at the point where you plan to trim the hair and carefully snip. Do the same on the neighboring curl unit. That would be at 1 o'clock on your imaginary clock. Continue with the rest of the curl units at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Then trim the curls on the right side of your head. In between snips, sway your head back and forth to see how the trim looks in motion. To trim the back of your hair underneath the canopy, position yourself with a handheld mirror so you can see the back of your hair. Sway your head back and forth to see how the back of your hair lies in relation to the sides. With your thumb, index and middle fingers, pick up the chosen curl unit from the center of the back and bring it over your left shoulder. Position your fingers right above the area you want to trim. Cut the hair right below your fingers. Take the curl unit next to it and repeat. Occasionally, shake and shuffle the hair at the root with your fingers to see how the newly cut hair sits. This will help determine what other curls need a trim. To trim your bangs, stand very close to the mirror. Starting with a curl in the middle of your forehead, carefully snip the hair slightly below the beginning of the C-curve. Trim the curl unit next to the center curl slightly angled below the previously cut strand. When you've finished your trim, take sections of hair from opposite sides of your head and gently bring them forward between your fingers. Check if you missed any stray frays or ends and go after them with your scissors.